Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Last episode, we made our way onto the island here, and are now starting to take a look around as we've made our main way in.
Huh?
I will not steal, but I will
What do you carry on the fringe of the Crucible? Go and get your hands dirty.
You don't wish to speak with me, how about you?
Ado, and welcome.
The tall woman, adorned in well-crafted, finely polished armor, bows to you, her dark hair almost brushing your face.
Please acquaint yourself with my weapons and armors, lest you become acquainted with death in the arena instead.
She chuckles and steps aside to reveal rows of sharp blades and unblemished armors. You think I can't handle myself in a fight? She laughs, shaking her head.
Not in the slightest. But we all face Cherono upon the killing field, ah?
And how did you come to be here?
I sought meaning in the ring before the faces, and found it, I did. In a fashion.
Her smile reveals bright, even teeth.
The wound almost returned me to the wheel. I would have been leaving, but, well...
She shrugs, a large, flamboyant gesture.
This Ilo is my home now. When Cherono seeks me, I will be found here.
Well, let me see what you have.
See for yourself.
Alright, so... Oh, when did I get this? Oh, now I remember. Okay, you have nothing special. The guard stretches out her hand to halt your advance up the stairs.
The terrace is reserved for champions. If you wish to observe the battles, you are free to do so. From somewhere else.
Fair enough, I will leave. And Niall, who are you? Well, first I'm going to unlock that for the sake of it. This elf stands before a cart, one thin hand twisting a small tool against a thick strap of leather he holds gingerly with his other. He chews on his lower lip, his brow knit in concentration. The acrid scent of poultices and potions haunts the air around him.
Neil's still kicking, huh? I thought for sure he'd have blown himself to bits by now.
Oh, it's you. How's your, sister, was it? Daughter?
You had it right the first time. Damn, do I look that old?
What's that you're working on? The man's eyes flicker up to you, return to his task, then widen before shifting back to you. His mouth gapes, closes, and gapes again. He swallows.
Gosh, my apologies, traveler. I just got a little wrapped up in, well, it's a personal project, and now I am going on about nothing.
He gingerly sets the tool and device down on his cart and brushes his palms together. Beaming proudly, he shows you a belt filigreed with copper wiring. You note small Adra stones within the tangle of wires. The buckle appears to be made of copper inlaid with Adra.
I call it Neil's Auroral Transubstantiator, or perhaps the Essential Battery Array, or maybe I would, well, name's not important. It's meant to collect and store ambient essence in an accessible form for dynamic usage at a later time.
Meant to. An animancer's favorite words.
He sniffs, casting a sidelong glance at the belt.
Doesn't look like it can store half so much as my lantern does.
She shrugs, unimpressed. Isn't capturing essence at random inviting instability?
Indeed. Exactly.
His eyes and smile widen, brightening his expression.
Hardly ideal, I'll admit, but you'll notice the branching circuitry and balanced Adra receptacles. Combined, those should serve to minimize the risk of overload or essential dissociation. Well, theoretically. This jungle, and more so this arena, it's in a state of essential flux. The density of ambient essence here goes far beyond anything I've seen elsewhere in the world. But to collect that power, to harness it, I need the help of a contestant in the Crucible.
He runs a hand through his mop of hair, disheveling it.
This is most ill-advised.
Aloth scowls and takes a few steps away from you.
Think if I wear that belt, I'd sleep better at night?
The contest wasn't dangerous enough without me wearing your experimental belt?
It's really quite safe, truly. Perhaps I mean it could theoretically discharge essence, were it to say, to suffer a heavy blow, were it to be struck repeatedly, for example, or were you to fall over while wearing it. But a mild, well, moderate shock would be the very worst you would suffer. Not at all lethal. Assuming, of course, you weren't already near to dying.
And what do you intend to do with this energy once I've collected it?
Alchemists, you see, are limited to the materials they harvest. Yet the processes we employ ultimately draw their efficacy from the essence present in all things. By infusing potion ingredients with ambient soul energies, I hope to significantly increase the efficiency of the process. The end result? An almost limitless draft!
Well, I might be able to help.
You would?
His broad smile brings his dimples almost to his eyes.
That's fantastic! So, you see, during each fight in the arena, the essence presence spikes fantastically. Some of this is the result of magic, or released energy, owing to, well, the death of the fighters. But the arena itself manipulates essence too. It's really quite a thing to behold.
And how do I fit into this?
All I would require from you is to wear the belt. Well, competing in the Crucible, I mean. And then, of course, return it to me, obviously.
And what would I be getting out of this?
Besides the pride of furthering the cause of animancy? Ah, kid. Of course I'll reward you. In coin, obviously, but also if when the experiments bear fruit, I can provide you that fruit. Fruit being the, drafts in this case. If that wasn't clear. I am just confusing things further, aren't I?
I like you. I'll return after I've signed up for the fights.
It's not quite so simple as that, but, well, I'll be here once you've made the arrangements. And thank you. Truly, thank you.
His smile seems warm and genuine. If you come for a challenge, speak with Humare. Domenga. Ah, this must be the resting area.
Leave it.
Sinteri, spectators must see to their own accommodations.
So that's where I'd rest if I was, okay. Cook Corin.
I'm pretty good, huh? Got it.
Hi there, my fine friend.
Scents of foods, local and exotic, rise from the cart behind the pudgy Orlin.
Care for some tasty victuals before you go testing your strength against the spirits?
The spirits?
You fresh off the boat, lass? Arena's full up of soul energy.
As tends to happen when enough people die in one place.
The faces of the hunt stirs them right up, summoning monsters and legendary warriors for the contenders to try their blades against.
Alright, let me see what you have.
Only the tastiest damn food in the dead fire. Come, have yourself a look.
Yeah, I could do with some more of some of this. Let's see. Koiki fruit, pork. I guess I can take all the hardtack there. Some swordfish, fresh fruit. I think that'll be fine. So that leads up to the spectator seating, which we will eventually go to. Beneath a thin layer of mist, the waters below the arena flow clear. So the arena is higher up. Got it. Ah, this is the side we would have snuck into. Not that there's anything else to look at here. What's on this door? I'm curious. I walked right by, but I'm curious what's in there. Then we'll go up to the spectator seating and speak with the person in charge. I should have gone this way first. Let's see. The equipment is sharpened and treated with oil. The sealed barrels smell faintly of pickling spices. Okay, I guess I can't go that way. That might be like a leaving area after the arena fight. Alright, let's go up to the spectator seating and see what we see. Looks like a fight was going on.
The weak have been culled. The strong endure.
We honor those extinguished in this arena and welcome their souls into our greater glory. We await the next challenger.
Well then. Hides drape the broad shoulders of the woman standing before you, and curved horns exaggerate her already prodigious height. Moss grows in patches on her bark-like skin, and as she turns her faintly glowing eyes towards you, her lips part into a smile, revealing 2 jagged rows of shark-like teeth.
This is her. This is Humaire, the one we've come to see. She'll show you the way.
A wanderer. Come to watch the Crucible, have you?
Her bright gaze pierces you as the crowd murmurs.
Or perhaps you've come to try your own hand against the challenges.
Muatu sends his regards.
Then it is you.
Her eyes again roam you, lingering on your arms and legs.
I know who you are. It will not be long before others recognize it as well. They will not appreciate your presence. You must prove that you belong here. You must undergo the rite of passage. As true of so many others, this name has more than a single meaning.
Oh? Does it open a door?
Several.
It's as much a religious rite as a contest, and all to the glory of the bloodthirsty statue.
I have other questions.
I'm certain, and I'll provide what answers I can when you've proven you belong here.
Alright, tell me what I have to do.
Below you will find a chamber, and within it, the pool of memories. It will set forth your challenge.
A pool will determine who I fight?
You will understand. All will be revealed in due course, as the faces will.
Then I'll go see what your pool has in store.
You can find it downstairs in the western alcove. Don't keep the crowds waiting too long. May the hunt favor you, challenger.
Alright. First things first, I'm going to look
this
around.
nonsense than my last crew.
I bet they got all kinds of snacks.
Wait till you hear the statue.
Well, I'm going to pick up what I can around here. Temple of Tuamawai over there. Interesting. An Audra Pillar. So, Audra Pillar, Temple of Tuamawai, Faces of the Hunt, Temple of Tuamawai, Audra Pillar. Oh, that's the, I get it. That's for champions, so we're not going to be able to get there. But I can pick up everywhere else. Healing Hands. Grants lesser lay on hands. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're taking a look at that side. Let's look at the other side. Please ignore that. Though the statue never moves when you look, an occasional bird feather flutters down from the Stelgar's jaws.
Leave it to me.
The stench of blood hangs in the air over the pit. I will be able to get up there in a moment. Let me just pick up what's over here. Water and ale. And then we head over in this direction.
What is it?
Oh!
The only thing is, I don't think I can pull that off.
There we go. Spiced meat and palm wine are set aside for honored guests. Okay. Alright, let's head down to this thing. Set in the western alcove. Excuse me. Which means this side.
You go in now. Humaire stays waiting for you.
Ah. And who are you?
You should speak with Humaire. She shall show you the way.
Personal effects clutter for space in the memorial sconces, and twin statues stand in judgment of all who exit the arena. So that's the western exit then. Alright, let me drop a save before we try this. Alright then, Humaire.
I hope that you've chosen to undertake the rite of passage, Watcher.
Humaire examines you with luminous eyes set in moss-bark skin.
I know you know slouch on the battlefield, Watcher. But remember, it's kill or be killed in the Crucible. We don't get the luxury of mistakes.
I had other
I'm
questions.
certain,
Okay.
And I'll provide
I'm
what
ready
answers
to
I
undergo
can.
the rite.
You need only gaze into the pool of memories to learn what fate awaits you.
As you say. Agony of the Elements. Before a hunter may slay other live contenders in the Crucible arena, they must first complete the rite of passage. All new contenders are initiated by a trial against the elements. If a would-be hunter cannot prevail against a medley of mindless blights, what sort of challenge would they offer a proper combatant? Let me speak to this other guy for a second first, see if this is what I need to do. If accepting this is what I need to wear the thing for.
Welcome back. What might I do for you?
Oh, we can browse his potions too. Which I don't care for, but... Alright, I guess we do need to do this first thing in the Hall of Memories. Well of Memories? Whatever the thing is. Pool of Memories. I think it's a pool.
Leave it to me.
Alright, Agony of the Elements. And we just get brought right in.
A new challenger joins our eternal hunt.
As is tradition, the primal elements shall sort predator from prey.
Triumph or perish. There is neither surrender nor retreat.
Okay then.
Think I'll leave the fiery one to you.
Oh, I just noticed. Obelisks. We're gonna need to take care of those.
Yes?
Can you blow this up? Nope, you'd need to go to the other side. Alright. Let's take out the Tyrant of Decay quickly. Oh, it has a lot of health. Oh, thank you for the summon. That'll help out.
This is futile.
That thing has a lot of health. Holy crap. You know what? You, move away. You take care of these obelisks. It's immune. Okay, that's not gonna work then. Yeah, do what you can here. How are these immune? Immune to piercing, immune to slashing and piercing, so only blunt would work. Noted. Actually, drop that down.
This is futile.
Let's see. Ooh, that would actually be effective. Or not. Never mind, it's moving.
Let's go.
This thing actually has a lot of health. Holy crap. Okay, send that out. I think we could actually use a blessing. I feel like that would be very useful. Okay, so it's going to keep summoning those blights. Got it. No, I don't want you to use that. How about you summon that, just do as much as you can to it. And we just lost someone. This may be a challenging thing.
Darkness flows and the light wanes.
Maybe you can summon some others. Let's see. Paralyzes enemies. That might not be useful. Is these really the only ones they can do? Yeah, and I never bothered editing any of the chants, which I probably should at some point. You know what? Summon those.
How may I help?
Let's see. Ooh, Wilting Wind. That might actually be useful. Ooh. That actually did a lot. How about you do it actually, yeah, do it again. Okay, that took care of one of those summoning things. Okay, how about you summon this? That should do a good amount. Okay, took care of that. The rest are down. Finish off the blight, and we're good. Okay, could have gone a little better, but I mean, I'll take it. And I need to edit Constantine's songs. Hey, got quite a bit out of that. Nice.
You have completed the first examination. Well done.
Your fury brings joy to this arena, and honor to your name.
You have endured what the first of many trials. Return when you are ready to face your next challenge.
That will be the intent. Looks like we will be doing a lot of arena challenges here. This will be very interesting. And tricky, I imagine.
No trouble at all.
Oh, what's this say? This tunnel is sealed by a raised drawbridge. Gotcha. So I imagine we can talk to her over here. Yep, there's
Quite
Humaira.
the show you put on, Challenger.
One of her hands rests lightly upon the edge of the plinth, beneath the bowl of shimmering water.
Now that you've earned your place here, we've some time to discuss the state of things. I sent Muatu that you might speak to him and seek us out, Watcher of Cad Nua.
For a matter too sensitive for the servants?
Bringing an outsider here presents certain dangers. I couldn't risk it, not knowing myself quite how serious the situation is. Yet.
You know, you could have sent a letter, you know.
I wanted to know that you fairly earned your title. That you stand before me proves you a true Watcher.
An even half-competent scholar could have found their way here based solely on the design of the crate you sent.
He crosses his arms and frowns at her.
A man's life for a message at a test. Good trade.
Alright, how can I help then?
Our ancestors constructed this temple as a tribute to the souls of all life. Of predator, prey, and the primal dance that forever binds them.
She runs an open palm along the worn stone.
Souls came to permeate these walls. A choir of voices greater than any individual chanter or druid. They became not unlike a god, at least upon this isle.
Constantine rolls his eyes, making no effort to hide it.
Great kith from across the Deadfire heeded their song and flocked to Kazuwari, whether to relive the battles of lore or forge legends of their own.
The corner of her mouth twitches into a slight frown. But now clearly something's gone wrong.
Not exactly, or rather, perhaps. A few months ago, the music changed. It became discordant to my ears, as if it and the souls no longer sang in harmony. I think perhaps that it is because of the foreign god stomping across the Deadfire.
The timeline matches up.
Sure, blame Aethys. Everybody does. Not that he don't sometimes deserve it.
I thought the spirits sang the song. How can it be out of harmony with them?
Therein lies the mystery. Why has the song changed? What does it herald? Thus, I require a Watcher. More stories get told of the Watcher's abilities than there are islands in the Deadfire to hold them. Those that claim the mantle for themselves almost always prove charlatans or lunatics, or both. But if the tales of communion between Watchers and lost souls hold any truth, we might uncover what ails this place.
Has this discordant harmony actually caused any problems?
Over the centuries of contests here, gallons of blood have been spilled in the arena. But the fights have always been reasonable. Now, however, the faces of the hunt summons great monstrosities to pit against green challengers. Even outside the Crucible, The beasts and kith of Kazuwari grow increasingly aggressive. The faces stoke their hostility. They seem eager to see blood spilled.
So it's less about the challenge and more about kill, murder, murder.
This place has always been hungry for bloodshed. How's this any different?
I would not expect you to understand, Constantine. You were deaf to Kazuwari's song. You must draw the attention of the faces of the hunt in the Crucible. To contend in the Crucible, you must first complete the rite of passage.
Her tone is reverent and she bows her head slightly to you. What does this rite entail?
The faces of the hunt provide 4 trials. The aspirant overcomes them and earns the right to take part in the Crucible, or they do not. Either way, blood is spilled, and the faces are pleased.
And people die for this?
Reward balances the risk. The champions of the hunt reap many blessings from the faces, treasures and mystic abilities alike.
For as long as they survive, you mean?
And the losers? The Beyond holds for them a position most privileged.
Fighting ain't what makes one soul more deserving than another.
Jody shakes her head, lips pressing a troubled line. And what kind of trials are those?
Trials of combat. More than this, I cannot say. Only that you will face opponents of spirit and opponents of flesh.
I'll happily lead these spirits into the light.
My associates and I fight as a team. I'm not about to risk my life in solo combat.
Here I was looking forward to sitting back and watching you take all the hits for once.
One-on-one events are rare here. In the Crucible, we fight as nature intended, in packs, with disparate equipment and little effort spent to ensure fairness. Besides, it would be an incomplete trial if we tested only prowess. The leadership and preparedness of our contenders must also be judged.
Fair. Why did you send your ghost to me?
I learned of your abilities in the Crucible. One of Engari's agents brought us a remnant of a battle you had with a ship called the Drake. The Faces used that object to manifest an echo of you aboard your ship. You were quite impressive.
Oh, thank you. How do the Faces provide these trials?
These walls contain the souls, the memories of the many kith who have come before. These souls communicate their will through the faces of the hunt. The faces stirs the memories, blending essence to summon spirits or manifest beasts of blood and bone.
Don't know about you, but that sounds like chanting business to me.
That all sounds rather circular.
Sometimes you refer to the Faces as if they're a group, and other times as if they're a single individual.
Indeed. Tawamawai is 1. Tawamawai are 3. Tawamawai are scores.
Sounds confusing. At least with Aethys, it's just the one.
Unless you talk to Joti, in which case Aethys is technically 2.
Then Shoti hasn't been referencing Aethys each time she mentions gone?
Thank you, Aloth.
Well, that ain't the same. Aethys is sometimes gone, not always both at once. I think.
Yeah, it's, yeah. So what are the faces of the hunt?
The earthly voices of Tawamawai. They emanate from the statue of him that overlooks the arena. It reflects the 3 aspects of the sacred hunter: the seeker, the slayer, and the survivor.
Hey, title drop of the DLC. Your Faces of the Hunt sounds a lot like Gallowayne.
So I have been told. Tawamawai is within these stones, though. Can the same be said of some foreign god?
I mean, technically, Aethys is inside of stone, yes. Adra is a stone, right? Pretty sure it's a stone. Let's get this started then. Constantine's shoulders slump and he lets out a deep, tired sigh.
The pool of memories will set forth the challenges that await you.
Her hand slides across the edge of the font of shimmering water.
Peer into its waters when you are ready.
Indeed. But I think we may have 1 or 2 people to talk to first, and we'll do that in the next episode, because this one's gone on long enough. So, next episode, a little more talking to other people and going around, and then we'll continue on with challenges. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chestic44, also known as Filai. That is Laniara, Adair, Joti, Constantine, and Aloth. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, and I shall see you all next time.